The upcoming season 19 finale of Heartland promises to leave fans on the edge of their seats. Just when you thought you had seen it all, a shocking twist emerges that changes everything. What if Amy's fate isn't as secure as we once believed? As the series has always done, it plays with our emotions, pulling us into the deep, uncharted waters of uncertainty. This finale will reveal secrets, spark questions, and challenge everything we thought we knew about the Fleming-Borden family. Are you ready for the shocking truth? As the season nears its end, things at Heartland seem to be falling into place. Amy Fleming has finally found balance after years of emotional turmoil and hardship. Her bond with her daughter, Lindy, has grown even stronger, and her relationship with her husband, Ty, is solid and filled with promise. Together, they've created a peaceful life at the ranch, one that reflects years of hard work, growth, and healing. But this serenity is not meant to last. For every moment of peace on Heartland, there is always the looming threat of change, something the characters of this series know all too well. The farm that has always been a sanctuary for them suddenly begins to feel like an island, isolated from the rest of the world. Amy begins to sense a shift, an underlying tension building beneath the surface. Ty, still recovering from his past struggles, has been pushing himself harder than ever to make sure their future together is secure. He's been working tirelessly on the ranch, ensuring every detail is handled with care. But Amy notices a subtle change in him. He's distant, more withdrawn, as if there's something he isn't telling her. Is he hiding something? Or is it simply the weight of his own personal battles catching up to him? As Amy tries to reach out to him, the cracks begin to show. Their once perfect communication falters, and for the first time in a long while, Amy feels like she's losing touch with him. Meanwhile, the ever-faithful Lou, Amy's sister, has her hands full with new challenges of her own. Balancing the running of Heartland with her family commitments, Lou is caught in the whirlwind of trying to keep everything running smoothly. But her role as the emotional pillar of the family, always there to offer advice and support, starts to feel like too much. In her efforts to maintain control, Lou unknowingly places more pressure on herself, and soon she finds that she might not be able to do it all on her own. In the midst of these family dynamics, a new threat emerges, one that will change the course of Amy's life forever. As the family navigates through their personal and professional struggles, they begin to hear whispers, rumors that something dangerous is brewing on the horizon. It's a subtle warning at first, easily brushed off, but then the pieces begin to fall into place in a way no one could have anticipated. Something major is coming, and no one, not even Amy, is prepared for what it will mean. Unbeknownst to Amy, a mysterious figure from her past resurfaces, one that she thought she had left behind long ago. This person brings with them a dark secret that, once revealed, could shatter everything Amy has worked so hard to build. As the situation intensifies, Amy must confront her fears and doubts head-on, preparing for a confrontation that will force her to make decisions she never imagined. Amy's future, once a path she thought she had control over, now becomes clouded with uncertainty. The threats against her are mounting, but the true danger is still a mystery. Will Amy be able to protect herself and her family, or will the weight of her past finally catch up to her? As the clock ticks down, the stage is set for an explosive season finale that will change everything for the Fleming-Borden family. With a sense of impending doom hanging over the ranch, the question on everyone's mind is simple. What will become of Amy? Can she overcome the obstacles in her path? Or will this season's shocking twist be too much for her to handle? The answers may lie in the dark corners of Heartland, where no one is safe from the truth, and the truth can sometimes be more dangerous than the lies. As the tension builds at Heartland, Amy begins to feel the weight of the world on her shoulders. Every day, there's a new challenge, a new responsibility demanding her attention. It's overwhelming. Her bond with Ty, once unbreakable, begins to fray, and the emotional distance between them grows. For the first time in years, Amy finds herself questioning her choices, the life they've built, and whether she's truly prepared for what's to come. But the cracks in their relationship aren't just about the usual struggles. There's something darker lurking beneath the surface. The mysterious figure that has re-entered Amy's life is more than just a shadow from the past. They are someone she never expected to cross paths with again. Someone who knows things about her family, that no one else does. This person's return is no coincidence. They've come back with a purpose, and that purpose is far from innocent. Amy is forced to confront a deeply buried secret, one that has haunted her for years. This secret, which she thought was buried and forgotten, is now threatening to surface at the worst possible time. Amy's initial reaction is disbelief. She refuses to acknowledge that something so dangerous could truly affect her life again. But the signs are there. Strange messages, unsettling encounters, and the growing sense that she is being watched. She tries to push it all aside, to focus on her family and the farm, but it's impossible to ignore. She can feel the danger creeping closer with each passing day. As the pressure mounts, Amy begins to unravel. The once confident and composed woman who always had a plan now feels like she's losing control. Her decisions become erratic, and she begins to doubt herself in ways she never thought possible. The stakes have never been higher, and Amy realizes that the cost of failure is not just her own life, but the safety of everyone she loves. Her relationship with Ty grows more strained as she becomes consumed with the hidden threat. The emotional distance between them widens, and Ty, who has always been her anchor, begins to feel like a stranger. He can see the fear in her eyes, but she refuses to open up, unwilling to burden him with the details of the dark secrets that are now resurfacing. But it's not just the danger that Amy faces. There's a growing sense that her role in the family, in Heartland, might be changing forever. The ranch, the life she's worked so hard to build, suddenly feels like a fragile construct, something that could crumble with just one wrong move. Lou, too, begins to notice the shift in Amy. As the family's emotional support system, Lou steps in, offering comfort and guidance, but even she can sense that something is terribly wrong. She urges Amy to confront her fears, to confide in Ty, but Amy can't bring herself to open up. She's not just afraid of the threat looming over her, she's terrified of what it could mean for her family. The mysterious figure keeps closing in, their presence more palpable with every passing day. They leave cryptic clues, taunting Amy and pushing her closer to the edge. Amy's once secure world is now filled with uncertainty, and every decision she makes seems to have catastrophic consequences. She begins to question her ability to protect her family, her home. Could this hidden threat be more than just a dangerous person from her past? Could it be something far more sinister, something that could shatter everything she holds dear? As the season progresses, the tension between Amy and Ty reaches a breaking point. Ty, despite his own struggles, begins to piece together the puzzle. He's always been the protector, the one who kept Amy grounded. But now, as he watches her crumble under the weight of her fear and secrets, he starts to doubt if he can truly keep her safe. He feels helpless, and for the first time in their marriage, he wonders if he might not be enough to save her. The mystery deepens. Amy tries to find answers, but the more she digs, the more she realizes that nothing is as it seems. The truth is hidden, buried deep beneath layers of lies and deception. As the finale looms closer, Amy's world begins to collapse around her. Her past is no longer just a memory, it's alive, and it's coming for her. With every step she takes, she feels the danger closing in, and she begins to wonder if there's anyone she can trust. In this section of the story, we see Amy grappling with her past and the fear that it may destroy her future. The stakes have never been higher, and the threat is more real than ever. The emotional turmoil Amy faces will challenge not only her relationship with Ty, but also her sense of self. As the family's foundation begins to crack, the question remains: can Amy face her darkest fears and emerge stronger, or will the past come back to claim everything she holds dear? The answers are closer than anyone realizes, and they may change the future of Heartland forever. As the days stretch toward the season finale, the pressure on Amy reaches a breaking point. She can no longer ignore the mounting signs of danger. The mysterious figure from her past is no longer a shadow, but a tangible presence in her life, one that seems to be lurking around every corner, waiting for the right moment to strike. Amy's once strong resolve begins to crumble as fear takes root deep within her. She's tried to keep it together for the sake of her daughter, for Ty, and for Heartland. But the weight of the secrets she's been carrying is starting to break her down. Ty has become more than just a partner in the ranch's day-to-day operations. He has become her emotional lifeline. Yet, despite his best efforts to support her, Amy continues to push him away. She's afraid of what the truth might do to their family, but even more so, she's terrified of what it could mean for her own future. As the threat becomes more pronounced, the couple's communication continues to deteriorate. Ty is no longer the calm, steady presence in Amy's life that he once was. His concern for her well-being grows into frustration as Amy's behavior becomes increasingly erratic. He senses that something is wrong, but can't seem to break through the walls she's put up around herself. The fear that has been quietly simmering beneath the surface begins to take over Amy's every thought and action. In her attempts to protect herself and her family from the unknown, she starts making questionable decisions. Her focus narrows, and she becomes consumed by the need to uncover the truth. She begins to isolate herself even further from those closest to her, unwilling to share the weight of her burden. In doing so, Amy alienates not only Ty, but also Lou and the other people in her life who are worried about her. Her frantic search for answers leads her down dangerous paths, and she finds herself questioning everyone she thought she could trust. The more she delves into her past, the darker the secrets become, and the more she realizes that she may not be able to escape them. Meanwhile, Lou's concern for her sister deepens. She sees the strain in Amy's eyes, the exhaustion in her every move, and she knows that something is terribly wrong. Lou tries to reach out, offering support and guidance, but Amy remains distant, pushing everyone away. She's afraid that opening up would only make things worse, that if the truth comes out, the fragile family bond they've worked so hard to rebuild will shatter beyond repair. Lou doesn't give up, though. She refuses to let Amy slip into the abyss alone. Lou's determination to help her sister grows stronger, and soon she begins digging into the mystery surrounding Amy's past. What is it that has Amy so terrified? And who is this person from Amy's past that threatens to tear everything apart? In the midst of all the emotional chaos, a startling revelation emerges. The figure who has been tormenting Amy is not someone from her distant past, but someone she once trusted deeply. The shock is unimaginable. This person has been manipulating events from the shadows, using Amy's deepest fears against her. It's not just about the threat to her safety anymore, it's about a betrayal so profound that it rocks Amy to her core. This revelation shifts the stakes dramatically. What started as a simple personal threat has now become a battle for Amy's very sense of self. She no longer knows who she can trust, or if she can trust herself. The bonds she's formed with those closest to her seem fragile, easily broken by the weight of the past that continues to haunt her. Ty, once oblivious to the depths of the danger his wife is facing, is now thrust into a whirlwind of confusion and fear. He begins to unravel the truth behind Amy's emotional withdrawal, and as the pieces come together, the realization dawns on him. Amy has been keeping a life-altering secret from him. She's not just fighting the external threat of this mysterious figure. She's been battling her own demons for years. The consequences of this truth will be catastrophic, and Ty must make a choice. Can he forgive Amy for her silence, or will the depth of her hidden fears push him away permanently? As the emotional stakes rise, Amy is forced to confront the devastating truth about her past, the betrayal she's experienced, and the ultimate cost of keeping secrets. The world she so carefully built around herself is crumbling, and it seems as though there's no escape from the consequences of her actions. With the threat growing ever closer, Amy realizes that the only way to move forward, to save herself, her family, and Heartland, is to face the truth head-on, no matter how painful or dangerous it may be. The mystery of the figure who has returned to torment her begins to unfold. This person is not just a mere antagonist. They are a symbol of Amy's own unresolved pain, someone who knows the deepest, darkest parts of her soul. They've come to force her to reckon with the choices she's made and the secrets she's kept. But there's one question that looms over everything. Is the truth about Amy's past the key to saving herself, or will it be the final blow that destroys everything she loves? As Amy digs deeper into this mystery, the danger becomes undeniable. She is playing a dangerous game, and the risks are higher than ever before. Will she be able to overcome the emotional chaos and the external threat in time? Or will her unresolved past consume her and those she holds dear forever? The season finale approaches, and the answers are closer than ever, but they come with a price. Amy's fate is no longer in her hands. It's in the hands of a past that refuses to stay buried. The moment of truth is fast approaching. The finale of Heartland Season 19 is quickly drawing to a tense, nerve-wracking close. The pieces of the puzzle that have been scattered throughout the season are finally coming together. But with each revelation, Amy's world spins further out of control. The threat she has been avoiding is now an undeniable presence, and the weight of her secrets grows heavier than ever. She can no longer pretend that everything will be okay, that she can handle this on her own. The time for running is over. In the final moments leading up to the confrontation, Amy stands at the precipice of everything she's worked so hard to protect. The mysterious figure from her past is closer than ever, the emotional toll it has taken on her evident in her every move. The fear that has consumed her for months now reaches a breaking point. For the first time, she is forced to acknowledge that she cannot control everything, especially the past. Her family, her home, and her future are all at risk. The battle isn't just with an external force anymore, it's with her own demons, the ones she spent years trying to bury. Ty, ever her protector, finally understands the gravity of the situation. As the truth about Amy's past comes to light, he is devastated, not by the secrets she kept, but by the realization of just how deeply Amy has been affected. Ty always thought of himself as the strong one, the one who could keep everyone safe. But now he realizes that no one can truly protect Amy from the damage her past has inflicted. As the danger escalates, Ty makes an emotional decision. He must stand by her, no matter the cost. The love they've shared is stronger than any secret or betrayal, and now, more than ever, Ty is determined to fight by her side. But even his unwavering support may not be enough to face the dark truth that is about to come crashing down. Amy, torn between the desperate need for protection and the desire to face her fears head-on, finally confronts the figure who has been tormenting her. The moment is heart-stopping, a showdown that has been building since the very first hint of danger appeared in the season. The truth that Amy has feared for so long is now revealed in full. The person who has been pulling the strings, the one who has been manipulating her every move, is someone far more familiar than Amy ever anticipated, a face she once trusted, loved, and believed in. The betrayal is unimaginable, and the realization that her life has been controlled by someone she cared for cuts deeper than any physical threat ever could. As the truth sinks in, Amy is left reeling. She's not just facing a life-threatening danger, she's confronting the full weight of the emotional destruction caused by a betrayal that goes back years. The figure's motives become clear. They've come back, not just to harm her, but to force Amy to reckon with the darkness she's tried so desperately to leave behind. And now, in this final confrontation, Amy must make a choice: to let this person continue to control her life, or to break free and take back what is hers. With Ty by her side, Amy stands up to the threat, fighting not just for her safety, but for the future of her family. The stakes have never been higher. As the tension peaks, Amy is forced to dig deep within herself, tapping into the strength and resilience she's always had but never fully realized. It's a battle of wills, a test of courage, and a fight for redemption. The emotional weight of the season culminates in this explosive moment, and no matter the outcome, Amy will never be the same again. As the final confrontation reaches its climax, the outcome is both shocking and devastating. The person from Amy's past doesn't just walk away. They are forced to face the consequences of their actions, and the ripple effect of their betrayal has a profound impact on everyone involved. Amy, having come to terms with her past, is finally able to let go of the fear that has controlled her for so long. She has faced her darkest moments and emerged stronger for it. But while she has conquered her own personal demons, the consequences of the betrayal linger, and the damage done can never be completely erased. In the aftermath of the battle, Amy and Ty are left to rebuild. The scars of the past will always be with them, but they have proven that their love, their family, and their strength can withstand even the darkest of storms. The path forward will be difficult, but it's theirs to walk together. They will heal, and they will move on, but the journey ahead is uncertain. There is no clear resolution, only the promise that they will face whatever comes next as a united front. As the season ends, one lingering question remains. What comes next for Amy and her family? While the immediate threat may have been dealt with, the emotional aftermath will continue to resonate. The bonds of family, love, and trust have been tested, and the path to recovery will be long. For Amy, the journey to reclaim her future is far from over. The season ends on a note of bittersweet hope, leaving fans eagerly awaiting the next chapter in the lives of the Fleming Borden family. This shocking season finale has left us with more questions than answers. And one thing is certain, Heartland will never be the same again. The journey has just begun, and the road ahead is filled with both danger and hope. What happens next for Amy, Ty, and Heartland? Only time will tell. The heart of the series, however, remains intact. No matter the trials, the love and resilience of this family will carry them through whatever comes their way.